Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Night's Watch for another Hot Toys unboxing and review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Yoda MMS 495, and this is the second Yoda that Hot Toys has made, and this is from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Now I know what you're thinking, terrible movie. I agree, I do agree, but I think this figure is going to be awesome. Now before we get going, don't forget to like this video. That helps us out a lot. Helps us keep going. Subscribe to the channel. We are almost to 1,000. Just a couple more to go. Who knows? Maybe by the time this video comes out, we'll be there. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a nice giveaway at 1,000, and you don't want to miss it. So this was a figure that I initially passed on when he was in stock at Sideshow, and I've regretted it ever since. Of course, now he's out of stock and his price has gone up, but I kept my eyes out on eBay for a deal, and I finally found one. So he is here. We're going to unbox and review him. So we do have a portrait of the actual figure himself on the cover in a nice little action pose with his lightsaber. And then we do have the gray triangular shapes, the traditional Star Wars box basically, going up the sides. And then on the bottom we do have that wraparound effect where we have another image of Yoda, which is pretty cool, and then this nice blue color which I think stands out and just gives a little bit more depth to the box itself. And then on the side you do have another image of Yoda. On the back you do have the warnings and creators of the figure. As we open this box, I just want to say that this is my favorite type of Hot Toys art box, where it lifts up off the bottom. I don't like the ones where you open it from the top and you have the flaps and I bend them and I got to pull it out. I think this just looks super clean and more high end, and I wish they would make all of their art boxes like that. So on the off chance that Hot Toys is watching, let's make that happen. So as we do slip the cover off, you do see a nice piece of artwork of Yoda once again here. Just nice presentation of the box. When we take that off, you can see our Yoda figure trying to shine through under that plastic. Let's take the plastic off and get our first glimpse at the figure and accessories. This head sculpt looks spot on. I cannot wait to review this guy with you. Let's get him out of the box, but first, let's take a look at the base and accessories he comes with. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the base that comes with the figure, and I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of the more boring bases I've reviewed with you guys. The nice thing is it does come with a dynamic pull and waist grabber, and it is going to be a little bit smaller than your normal one, because Yoda is a smaller figure. Taking a look at the base here, we do have a nice texture to it to, I think, help the figure from slipping if he's standing on here. It's supposed to look like the scene where Yoda takes on Count Dooku. And then we do have a metal plate here with the Star Wars logo as well as Yoda. But again, not much to it. This is the type of base that once I'm done reviewing is going to go straight back into storage. Taking a look at all the accessories that our Yoda comes with, there's not a whole lot here, but there is enough to make this figure still worth the price. Taking a quick look, we do have the Force Lightning right here. We do have his cane. We have the lightsaber hilt with the blade. We have the swoosh blade. And then we do have 2 extra feet in case you want to put him in a dynamic pose. Then he won't have the flat foot look. And then he comes with some extra hands. And let's just take a look at these in detail here. We'll start with the Force Lightning. And we've seen this before with Count Dooku, with the Emperor. Except this one comes with like balls of Force Lightning here, and it does have some holes here where the fingers plug in so that you can have this on your Yoda, and it does do a nice job of transitioning from a blue to like a clear. Really cool. These aren't something that I typically use with my figures, but it's really cool that they do add them. Next we have his cane, which is a really cool and unique shape, and really good wood grain and detail in the cane itself. Really good wash on it to kind of make the wood grain stand out a little bit more. Just, yeah, really nice sculpt to it, and a cool accessory to have with our Yoda. Here we do have the hilt and the blade, and this does unplug so that you can change them out. Lightsaber looks pretty cool. I kind of wish it was a little bit more weathered. I think it would help it looked a little bit more realistic. I think it does look good, I just think if it had some weathering to it, it just would bring it out even a little bit more. I've never been a big fan of these blades. They just always look washed out. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to customize this and paint it so that it kind of stands out and just looks a little bit more lifelike. So be sure to check in for that. Also, there is a magnet in here, and you can attach this to Yoda's side, so we'll show you how to do that as well. And here we do have the swoosh blade as well. Then we do have the feet in case you want to have him in more of a dynamic pose. And the feet are going to be just on ball joints, so they'll just pop on and off pretty easily. Take a look at this hand, I believe is for his cane. Just really good detail in the hand itself. Again, like really good skin texture, wrinkles, paint application. Look at nice shine to it as well. Look at the fingernails, just kind of looks really good, and it's definitely a step up from the last Yoda that we had. And there's even like a light wash here too, just to kind of bring the wrinkles out a little bit more in the skin detail. Alright, so there you have it. That is everything that our Yoda figure comes with. Now let's finally take a look at the figure. Alright, so here we do have our Yoda figure, and he looks awesome. He looks just like the CGI Yoda that we got on episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So starting off, let's take a look at the head sculpt here. I love it. I think this is awesome work by Hot Toys. Look at the eyes. They just look, they have that gloss look to them. They look real. Look at the ears. You got one ear kind of pointing up, the other one going out to the sides. Kind of like, reminds me of my pup. You know, she's always got her one ear perked up a little bit. Just kind of funny that way. You got nice wrinkles up here in the forehead. Even in the cheeks and then around the mouth. Just really good paint application. The hair, they actually went with rooted hair. And you know me, I am not a fan of rooted hair, but when it's something done like this, I think it looks really good. So I do like the rooted hair on this figure. You do need to be very careful because it will rub off if you're posing them and grabbing the head or anything like that. So just be very careful with that. Moving down to the cloak here, it is more of like a cloth material, and you do have the brown and then the this tan one on the outside. The cuffs here near the wrist are actually, they have a small wire, so these can be shaped and posed how you want. That's pretty cool. The hood itself is stitched, so you cannot have the hood on the head sculpt itself. The reason that they did that is probably because of the hair. They didn't want to be rubbing it and having that go on and off, and then people complaining about the hair falling out, so I'm sure that's why they did that. But really cool that you can kind of shape this how you want to. And then there is another small wire that runs through here, so you can just kind of pose that how you want to. So that's really awesome. I love it when Hot Toys does that. Outside of that, I mean, there's not much to it. This is a small figure, not a whole lot going on, but this head sculpt is where it's at. That looks great. So to attach the hilt to Yoda, it's basically just just lay it like so, and there you go. It's pretty cool. Now obviously it's not going to be a strong magnet, so if you're knocking it around or whatnot, you know, it will fall off. And to attach the Force Lightning, we just find the holes here and line them up and insert it like so. Let's before we get him into some poses, let's check the articulation on this guy. So the head is going to be on a fixed neck, so the whole neck's going to move with it. He can move down, up to about there, and then obviously side to side. Arms go to an easy 90 degree. Forward really far as well, pretty much all the way around if you want. Double bend at the elbow, so you can definitely get some good poses there. And then your typical Hot Toys wrist joint right there. There is no crunch ability in this figure. This is all one piece, so there's no turning or anything like that. Leg goes out to almost 90, then kind of falls back a little bit. Single bend, it looks like, in the knee, and then it does go out pretty far. And then, just like we said before, this is going to be on a ball joint. So lots of articulation in the feet themselves. Alright, let's get him into some poses and talk about what we like and dislike about the figure, and if we think you should pick this guy up. Alright, so now that we have reviewed the figure, we got him in some cool poses for you, let's talk about some of the things that I like and some of the things not so much, starting with the things that I really like about the figure. The head sculpt itself. This guy looks like he just jumped straight out of Attack of the Clones. He looks perfect. The head sculpt, the detail, the paint application, the eyes, they're all great. I don't think Hot Toys could have done a better job if they tried. Second thing I really like about the figure is the fact that they added that magnet into the hilt and onto his waist, so you can easily have the hilt hanging on his waist and just do some cool poses with that. So really cool idea by Hot Toys, and I really like that a lot. The last thing that I really like about the figure is the rooted hair. I am not a fan of rooted hair, but I think if done right, it works, and it works here, although you do have to be really careful that you're not being too aggressive with the figure, that you're rubbing that hair off or that it's, you know, falling out. Now, as for things that I don't like about the figure, there really is nothing. The only one nitpicky thing I would have is the Force Lightning. I'm not a fan of that anyways, but the way it plugs into the fingers, I do worry that over time it could scratch the paint off. Maybe if they had something more along the lines of an Emperor Palpatine where it kind of just fits on the hand itself. Either way, I'm not going to use it, not a big deal. Outside of that, I can't think of anything that I don't like about the figure. So there you have it, guys. I am super impressed with this figure. I am a little upset that I waited this long to add him to my collection because, of course, now his price has gone up. But hey, he's here now. I'm happy. What do you guys think about the figure? Do you like the Empire Strikes Back Yoda or this one better? I'm not a fan of Attack of the Clones at all, but I am a big fan of this figure. I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to start working on the next video, which is going to be how to customize your lightsaber blades and how to make them stand out. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss when that video comes out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.